Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, that is the R in the RK Stumblingbear, and I'm a reader and a writer. And I'm back today to wrap up my August reading. The first thing I finished in the month of August was Accidental Intelligence by Brian Chafin. This is a somewhat near future sci-fi. It's like an AI thriller. The premise is a whole bunch of AIs had gained sentience and now they help humans. They tie the bit of their time to help the humans do different things. There's some in government, there's some in other aspects of life. And they work really hard to make sure that no other AI can gain sentience. However, one AI named Miranda was created by other AIs, and she is very different. We mostly follow Mason, who is a private investigator. He gets pulled into this bigger plot with the AIs that he doesn't know it. It starts off as just a simple woman comes to him and it's like, please find my brother. And as he's investigating, people are already starting to tell him, ignore this kid, don't worry about him, he's gone. And he's just like, but his sister deserves closure. And it snowballs from there. Chafin has envisioned an interesting representative type of government. We still have representatives of the people, but you also have representatives of these huge corporations. And you have AI representatives all working together in a government setting. And I thought that was kind of interesting. It's acknowledging that we have corporations who are wanting control, but at the same time, still maintaining that normal people should have some say in their government. This is a very fast-paced AI thriller, and I believe it is first in a series, if I remember what the author said. The second book I finished in the month of August was Infinite Archive by Mur Lafferty. This is number 3 in the Midsolar Murders series. I have the first 2 over on my shelf. I don't have the third one yet for myself, but this is following, what is her name? This is following Mallory, who is attracted to murders and death and ends up solving them. In the past, she thought she caused them some way, and so she ran away from Earth. This was after first contact, and she got permission to go to a sentient spaceship where she was one of the few humans there. And now the bigger universe is opening up to more humans, and she's learned that she's not the cause of the murders, but she's attracted to them because she has skills to help solve them. So in book 3, there's a murder mystery convention coming on a sentient ship to her sentient spaceship, to her sentient space station, and her agent's on it, and her agent ends up getting killed. And of course we throw in all of our fun alien friends, Tina and Stephanie. It's just a lot of fun. And then the last thing I finished in the month of August was To Say Nothing of the Dog by Connie Willis. And this is part of her Time Traveler series. And it's book 2, but I don't think this is a series that you have to read in order because I haven't read the first one. And I was totally okay with this first one dropping us just kind of in the middle of everything and not really explaining things. The main character, Ned Henry, has time travel lag because he's done too many drops and hasn't gotten rest in between. And that's because we have a character everyone calls Lady Shrapnel, who is trying to reconstruct an ancient cathedral that had been destroyed during the Blitz. And there's some question if the bishop's bird stump was in the cathedral at the night of the bombing. And for this, we have Ned Henry, because he's sick. He gets sent back to Victorian England to rest and recover after he finishes another mission. And he kind of meets up with Verity Kendall, who is another historian time traveling, who is living with one of the ancestors of Lady Shrapnel. And Verity was able to bring a cat through the time portal, which is not supposed to be possible. They're not supposed to be able to take things from the past to the future and vice versa. No, they're not supposed to take things from the past to the future. And like they can only get home in the future as long as they're wearing like the clothes that they came in. So because of Ned's time lag, he doesn't understand that he has the cat for a while. So it's kind of fun. You get some funny hijinks that are ensuing as he's trying to figure things out and everything. I'm not usually a big time travel fan, so when they're more like talking about incongruities, I really could care less. I really liked more of the character drama, and especially watching Ned and Verity like be attracted to one another, but they're trying to stay professional. Yeah, that was just a lot of fun. I do have the Doomsday book on the shelf behind me, so eventually I will get that picked up and read. I think that's actually the first one in the series. And if I like that one as well, I will probably read more. So those were the 3 things I finished in the month of August, but I did have some other books that I was working on. And these are no in particular order. I'm still working on the essays in disability visibility. I am slowly working on a second story by J.A. Collignan, or she has a YouTube channel, Jen over Jen's Bookshelf. I'm still working on the short stories in the Lake of Souls collection by Anne Leckie. And I'm started reading Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. So no guarantees that any of these will be finished in the month of September. I'm just slowly working on them. And then I have Yellow Magical Readathon, so I'm focused on other books. But that was my August reading. Have you read any of these? If so, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. And then I'd also like to know, what did you enjoy reading in the month of August? Thank you, and have a great day.